Hi all, it's me Vedika, and this is the second video I'm making just a few days later from the previous video about these revelations I've been receiving and this particular period of my life I've been documenting. One thing I'd really like to say is I got angel number 1111 last night, and then today I got 222, and this all happened within 24 hours. And it's the time right now. Okay, and on the screen I see 000039. Yeah, so okay, this is more of a coincidence, but that's just to signify that a lot is happening right now. A lot of stuff is being uncovered, and I just feel like I've been being watched 24/7, not in a negative sense, but the world, like the universe, is really forcing me to bring all my issues onto the table and just fix them. And I've just realized I actually have a lot of things I need to fix, which I hadn't been noticing, and I hadn't been for so many years, and I hadn't been like actively trying to work on them, you know? Like, I worked on myself as a person definitely these past few years, which was trying to feel less lonely and practicing self love. But that wasn't resolving the main issue, what the issue was. It was just responding differently. And okay, today I realize I have a lot of issues I just need to resolve, and a lot of things I want to fix in my life. And yeah, once I fix these things, I know I'm going to be moving forward like this. And but it's way easier said than done. um and the last video I made, which was it was just a few days ago, it was pretty hopeful, it was happy. And obviously this period of my life is definitely happy. I feel a lot happier as a person and a lot more fulfilled because I know what I have to do. But at the same time, I randomly feel really sad, and I just know that in this period of my life, it's gonna be a complete mix, but it's gonna have a good outcome, which is it's gonna be a good time for me. But I just have so many things I need to fix um in this period of my life. So let's go over them. Um I just went and told mommy, and she somewhat understood and she didn't. And the fact she did not the way I really needed her to made me sad, but she attempted to, which means a lot to me. That's another thing. I'm feeling really lonely at this moment because um I'm really glad the divine is with me right now and they're hearing this. I'm really grateful, but right now I really need someone who is gonna personally relate and try to change themselves and work on themselves too. And there's no one like that in my life right now. Everyone's going through their own thing, but they're not actively trying to like so hard, like go so hard on themselves, and not in a bad way, like be hard on themselves, go hard on making changes, especially among friends. Or I would talk about it. So the first thing I really need to resolve is the whole Anno thing. That day I remember feeling relieved and being like, okay, this issue's kind of resolved now. But it's not the case. Why I say this, there's this pang in my heart, this heaviness, this sadness which immediately fills me when I just say Anu's name, and it just fills, and I'm just brought back to that situation. I think, as brave as I was that day, I it also made me scared, and I'm still feeling scared that, oh yeah, I'm just not able to be I don't want to like voluntarily go and have like a difficult conversation with him again. I'm kind of terrified of it. So bro, this is not a good thing. But every time like I hear his name, or I hear that he's coming, or I come home from school, or I'm at home in general, I am in that mode where I'm thinking, oh god, in a bad way, like he's gonna come home And then as soon as he's about to come home, I start fixing things in the room. Like, I'll put my uniform on the hanger, and I'll fold the blankets. I'll make sure everything is neatly kept. I'll make sure there's not a single thing he can criticize me on, because he just points it out. And to me, that's a big issue, which it's just part of who I am and part of who he is. But it's a huge issue for me because when people point out my issues, I really hate it. Anyone who knows me in person knows this. And I know it's not a positive thing to have. Like, you really need to listen to your issues. But for me, it's more like the way it's told. You know? Like, if someone came up to me, like, supposing Vanya came up to me and she's just like, Vedika, I think you have this issue where you're not interacting with people socially as much as you should. I would understand and I would work on it. But the way he just points it out like this, like, Arey yaar, please keep the extension box there. Why do I have to tell you over and over? And it's like you won't notice the 100 times I've done it. The one time yesterday, the one time I didn't do it, you made such a big issue of it, as though you're this lazy ass fucker who can't just go and keep it yourself. Like, it's such a huge deal now, you can't just do it by yourself. Yeah, so you can see the obvious anger in my voice. This is a very, very big issue. I just need to unpack and resolve. I'm in this video, like, right now. I'm just gonna go over it and try to see what I have to do. Um, One, I think writing it down may help, or recording it like this, which I am doing right now. Two, I think I know deep down what I need and what I have to say. I just don't have the guts or the time, but I really have to address it eventually. I need to sit down with Anu and just be like, so that day I felt so and so, and since then I've been feeling so and so, and this is gonna be really hard for me because one, it's already like a fresh wound for me, and I know he's not just gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm never gonna do it again. He is gonna be a very complex person, and instead of how I would approach it, like, wow, I would wish a very considerate person would approach it. Like, even though I do not understand you and I do not understand your needs, I understand that you have needs, and I'm gonna try to fix it just so that it's easier for you. That's not gonna happen. um or at least to a large extent, it's not going to happen. He's just going to get defensive. He's going to say stuff which is just being like, I haven't done anything wrong. And obviously, I do think he's going to somewhat or mostly listen. And I can tell he's been trying to avoid negative interactions with me at all costs. And I can see that, and I honestly appreciate it. Like, he will try not to yell at me. He'll be more like loving me with me whenever he's around. And I feel kind of sad and guilty when I don't respond to it in the same way, but I cannot, because every time I close my eyes when I look at him, I just remember that moment when his eyes were red and they were wide and he was about to slap me. Just plays in my head. It's burnt in my memory, and I know it's going to be burnt in my memory for at least a really long time, if not the rest of my life. So I just need to sit down and talk to him and be like, so Anu, it's just been really heavy on me, and I've tried not hard not to make this an issue, but it's just there. It's just something that just saddens me a lot even today. And it's an issue we really need to address, and I don't really know how to go about it. But the thing is, when I look at you, I do feel scared. And when I look at you, I don't see the father I used to see. I get scared when you're gonna come home, and I get tensed. And then in general, I don't wanna pick up. Oh yeah, this is another thing. I don't wanna. There's certain habits I've been picking up from both you and mommy. I do not wish for my life at all. So one is his temper, and although I'm not blaming him, I'm obviously born with a short temper. been noticing my patience is just so short, even though I don't show it. I get angry so easily nowadays. It's like this, like a fuse. And it's some oh yeah, this is so hard. I've been trying so hard to calm myself down, but it just stays inside me. Somewhere that anger stays inside me and I don't know what to do about it. And I really think that's something I get from you. Or it's definitely increased since I remember that day when I finally let it out. I felt a lot better, but at the same time, it's there, and I haven't fully released that anger which is there. And I really don't want to eventually go into therapy or address this later on in my life when I'm having issues that are anger related. I want to just address it now and be done with that. Yeah, no, I feel mad about a lot of things, and I think to a large extent it plays into us as a family. So, one anger I have is with you, and for some reason, I'm not able to forgive that situation, and it still really saddens me. I feel angry because at times I've just felt as though I've just felt alone, you know? Obviously, I'm not blaming him for it like fully because a large part of it is I won't talk about it. But when I talked about my issues in the past where I've had a problem, yeah, you have tried to fix it for me and you've sat me down and told me a step by step guide. But when it's emotional related, I've just really felt dismissed and just angry. And then everything that happened a few weeks ago in, yeah, early November, a month ago actually, it still really gets me angry because I feel really misunderstood as a person in general. Yeah, this is my main anger. I just feel very misunderstood as a person in general by almost everyone, and a large part of it is you. Um, a large part of it is you. I just feel as though you see me as this mini version of someone who is mummy instead of as my own person, and you see me as this thing which you can control because in this papa me and mummy situation. And even if that is not the case at all, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. Even if it's not the case at all, in your head it's something else. That's how it feels for me. And yeah, I get angry about it, but deep down it's just hiding a lot of sadness, and it really makes me feel pained. Another thing is I'm not happy about is I just have a lot of anger directed towards Papa, even though she hasn't done anything to me. It's there. And I want you to address it and help me address it. And I don't want to end up having a bad relationship with anyone like mommy does. And I don't want to just blame all my problems on her. Obviously, I'm not, because if that was the case, I would sit here and just yell at her, just blame her for everything in my life. But that is not the case at all. That's not even reality. She's not causing my problems. But this anger is just directed towards her. There's just a lot of anger within me which I never asked for. And just by saying, oh, control your anger, it's not gonna go away. You need to address it and find a healthy outlet for it. So I'm trying to find an outlet for you. And I just think talking about it will make me feel better, even if you're not listening to a single thing I'm saying. Yeah, so all of this I just said, right? It's what I want to say to my dad. Um, yeah, and if things go even a bit well, I would also like to talk to Bapami about this. How I've been feeling. And I know she's gonna self-victimize, but I need to put it out there. Yeah, so I just feel like I'm stuck with people who I'll just do anything to understand, but they won't understand me. And that's why I'm pissed and that's why I'm sad. That's like the gist of it. So that's one thing. Another thing, yeah, I need to like address this whole Anu thing, just talk to him. Although I don't know what to do, I need to heal this wound in my heart. And I know a lot of it will be done when I go to Mumbai, and I really want to go for 11th. And it's one thing like this message God has given me. I need to go there. And I already knew it would be good for me, but I don't want to stay in Pune because one, I need space from Bapami and Anno. I need space. Two, I need a new city, like a new beginning. Three, it would just be good for me. Like I'm feeling attracted to it. And I think if I think God will help me, and I really hope I'll be able to study in Mumbai even after all this. Even if Anu is like, no, you have to stay here. No, I will not. This is how you continue to treat me. I will not stay here. And I want to be able to make my own choices. And I really want to go there, genuinely. And I know it'll be good for me because being with Tai and Amma and Abu will really help me. And yeah, being there for 11th and 12th will just overall help me a lot. Maybe I'll meet new people I was meant to meet. So it'll just really help me a lot. Okay, first thing I need to address is that. Second thing, this is a very simple one. Since we just got over a heavy one, let's go over a softer one. That is, I need to drink more water. Um, this I just need to make a habit. I just need to drink way more water during the day because so much of the time, like right now, I feel dehydrated. This is a simple thing I can easily work on. So even though I forget, but yeah, I can work on this. It's just gonna help me a lot. Third, yesterday I found out about maladaptive daydreaming, if that's how you say it. And yeah, I don't want to go into it because I already did with Tai, but it's basically it's really increased since lockdown, like 2021. Just having these scenarios playing in my head. And although I'm a lot happier now, it's become like an addiction and just this thing which just plays on its own in my head, and it's just I just have a tendency to do it at this point. So since yesterday I've stopped. Yesterday I almost completely stopped, I think. Today there were moments where it just opened, but I was able to shut it down real quick. So hopefully I'm able to do that. I'm gonna continue to try to stop it. Another thing is the music constantly playing in my head. Found a solution to both of these, and that is being completely mindful. Like right now I'm being fully mindful and no music is playing in my head. No scenario is playing in my head just now, just me. And that's something I want to achieve, but it's hard to stay mindful 24/7. It obviously is. It's a lot. It's very mentally straining as well, but I know I'll have to do it slowly but surely. These are all the four issues I have to address. Now the other ones. Another one is the studies thing, which is an urgent issue I need to take care of. But I think being mindful over my actions will help a large amount. But the thing is, mentally, I'm going through a lot right now. So focusing on studies is hard because there's just so much I need to fix, which I'm fixing actively. And yeah, this whole studies thing just comes as a second thing, and it's not been as productive as mentally helping myself this year. Okay, so these are five things, I guess. The other thing, sixth thing, what is it? Oh yeah, I've been trying to build really good daily habits, and I've succeeded mostly, which is just like simple stuff like combing my hair every single day, tying a braid before I sleep, brushing my teeth regularly, um, folding my blankets, keeping my clothes on the hanger, organizing my stuff, washing my face with aloe vera, just stuff like that. I've just been trying to follow those things because I know how hard it was for me, and it's definitely improved, but it's still like a 75-25% thing. Like these issues I've been trying to resolve, which is just like personal health and hygiene. This particular one, yeah. So this is the next step I need to take towards it. Next step I need to take, and I really, really hope one day I can look back on this video and just think, I did it. I was able to come so far, and I got over all of those issues. And now I'm better. I really think the solution to all these things is just being mindful. But again, like I said, it's really hard to be mindful 24/7 when it's mentally straining. Too, you can easily not be mindful just like that, especially when you have a tendency to already not be mindful. So I'm gonna attempt really hard to be mindful. Like right now, I'm actually mindful even though I'm sleepy. No music is playing in my head. There's no way I'm going into a third scenario. It's just positive in there. Okay, that's the gate, and Anu's here. Perfect time. Okay, I'm really glad I made this video. This is video number 2, and I'm sure I'll continue making videos once in a while in the future, recording my journey so that I can trace back my steps and help myself. The motive of these videos is one to help myself. Another thing is I've kept this video public for now at least. Anyone is watching this, you must be a bit confused. Like, what the hell is this girl saying? But I'm sure you get most of these things. This is me, a person trying to resolve my issues with my life and going on to the life I know I can achieve and I really want to achieve for myself, which is being the highest version of myself. And it's just me recording that journey slowly. In case anyone is working on themselves right now, this video will find you if you're destined to. Even if it's just me who's destined to find this video soon in the future. So, thank you so much. I'll see you in video number 3. Bye.